Lost for centuries, how ancient knowledge almost disappeared. Imagine if tomorrow the internet vanished. No books, no backups, no digital records. Centuries from now, future historians might only know fragments of our world, guessing how we lived, what we believed, and what we knew. This almost happened before, not once, but many times. Today, we're exploring how entire libraries of ancient knowledge were nearly erased, how much humanity lost, and how some of it survived against impossible odds. Long before modern universities, ancient civilizations were obsessed with preserving knowledge. The ancient Greeks, Egyptians, Indians, Chinese, and Mesopotamians recorded mathematics, astronomy, medicine, engineering, philosophy, and history. They wrote on clay tablets, papyrus, parchment, and bamboo strips. Some texts explained how to calculate the size of the earth. Others described surgical techniques or mapped the stars. But knowledge was fragile, and protecting it was never guaranteed. The most famous example of lost knowledge is the Library of Alexandria. Founded around the 3rd century BCE in Egypt, it aimed to collect every book ever written. Ships arriving at the port were searched, and any books found were copied. The originals were kept, the copies returned. At its height, the library may have held hundreds of thousands of scrolls. Inside were works on advanced geometry, early mechanical inventions, astronomy and planetary motion, medicine far ahead of its time. But over centuries, the library suffered damage from wars, political instability, neglect, and fires. There wasn't one single destruction, but many slow losses. By the time people realized what was happening, much of the ancient world's recorded knowledge was already gone. Historians know of countless works that no longer exist, plays by ancient Greek authors that we only know by name, scientific theories mentioned by later writers but never preserved, detailed maps, mechanical designs, and medical texts lost forever. We know they existed because someone else once quoted them. It's estimated that over 90% of ancient Greek literature is lost. Imagine rewriting human history with only 10% of today's books. That's how much disappeared. People often call the early Middle Ages the Dark Ages, but the truth is more complex. While parts of Europe lost access to ancient texts, knowledge survived elsewhere. In the Islamic Golden Age, scholars in Baghdad, Cordoba, and Cairo translated Greek, Roman, Persian, and Indian works into Arabic. They preserved mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy, and expanded on them. Many ancient texts only returned to Europe centuries later through these translations. Without them, figures like Aristotle, Euclid, and Hippocrates might have been lost entirely. The loss of ancient knowledge teaches us something uncomfortable. Progress is not guaranteed. Knowledge doesn't naturally accumulate forever. It can disappear. Wars, censorship, natural disasters, neglect, and even changing languages can erase entire civilizations from memory. Every era believes it's secure. Every era is wrong. Somewhere in the past, someone carefully wrote a text believing it would last forever. It didn't. But some fragments survived, passed hand to hand, translated, copied, and protected by people who understood their value. The reason we know as much as we do today isn't because knowledge is permanent. It's because someone chose to preserve it. And the question now is, what knowledge from our time will survive? And what will be lost forever? If you enjoy stories about lost history, forgotten civilizations, and the fragile nature of knowledge, subscribe for more.